So here I am just sitting down here on my yoga mat. I'm not prepared to create a video, but when the time hits and it strikes and you have something to say, then just say it. So I'm not gonna lie, I have been wondering what's been going on with my mind for the last little while now, with last few months, few years, and then thinking back to even before then, how I have felt in my jobs, the overwhelm that I have felt in my life in different situations. And I have a hard time remembering far back to my childhood, and what I remember was being raised in a very safe home with two parents that loved my sister and I unconditionally, and we were provided for financially, emotionally, spiritually. But then as I got older, that's when I started to, I don't even want to say that's when my awareness really, things didn't come into my awareness. You know how we start to kind of just do stuff, and we do stuff for just the sake of going through the motions. What is usual, what it is that we've done over and over and over for like the entirety of our lives without really questioning anything. We just do it because it's something that we've always done. And why do we do the things that we've always done? Because they were learned. All the behaviors that we have are learned behaviors, whether that was through school, through friends, through our parents, through what we watched on TV, what we see on social media. Right? Are you with me? So I was just sitting here on the floor doing some stretches for my back. And then this thought just popped into my head. And the things that I've been thinking about, because, I am a research girl and I only research things that interest me. But when it's something that interests me, then I look up everything about it, everything. So I've been looking up a lot on just, things that have to do with mental health, my mind, my brain, how it works. Like, the human brain is just complicated. And I have come to realize that there are several different syndromes, diseases, you name it. And, I'm not questioning whether or not those things are real or whether they're fake, but I'm trying to figure things out for myself. And I thought maybe this might connect with somebody else watching. So I've looked up tons of things in regards to ADHD. And I know that ADHD can be a very difficult thing to diagnose because, a lot of people in this world have ADHD tendencies, but don't actually have it, right? Because you can have a lot of moments or several moments where you're exhibiting symptoms of ADHD, but not at the severity, like not at the level of somebody that actually has it. I'm just saying that from what I have looked up. I am not you all know I'm not a doctor. I'm just talking from a place of just doing my own research. But when we look things up, like, let me just bring you back to a time when I was in nursing school 25 years ago. I thought I had every single disease that I was reading about because so many symptoms mimic so many other things, right? Like my sore back right now, I'm much better. I'm not a hypochondriac anymore. I was. Right now my back is sore. And this thought popped into my head this morning, maybe you have a fracture. Maybe you have a fracture in your back. Maybe you have spinal stenosis. Maybe you have. Or maybe it's just the fact that I had 5 babies and I had 4 epidurals and I had a blood patch done because there was a complication with one of my epidurals. Ooh, maybe it's just that and you need some assistance getting your spine to, kind of be in working order again. Maybe you don't have a tumor on your coccyx. But anyway, that just goes to show that, we can conjure up a lot of crap in our heads, like a lot of things that become our reality. Because what we think about, what we believe, the perspectives, the things that we've learned in life, whether it's been learned behavior or whatever it is, those things become our reality. So I can take a situation, me and my friend are out at a store and the person working there comes up to us and says, hey, do you need some help? Right? So she walks away. I say no. My friend says no, but thanks. So my friend could be like, she's super nice. Like, she's here to help us. Like, that is so amazing. And then I could take it as, that is so annoying. If I needed your help, I would come and ask you for help. We are both two different people. The same person came and talked to us at the same time, but we could interpret that event, that instance, in completely different ways. So back to my whole like ADHD brain thing. I was going to sit down here. I was going to stretch out on my yoga mat. I was going to drink my coffee. And then I started thinking, oh, then I grabbed my phone. I should take a picture of me on my yoga mat because that's just what I do. That's a whole other video. But anyway, then I was like, I'm going to look up some music. Then I look up music. I'm like, no, I don't like that. Before you know it, I have gone down this trail on my phone, on social media, and I'm just sitting there like, wow, I have just spent 15 minutes preparing, getting ready to continue on with my stretches, drink my coffee, maybe do a little bit of meditating. Anyway, I wasted like 15, 20 minutes. And so then I started thinking, sometimes, and I'm not trying to offend anybody that has actually been diagnosed with something like ADHD or anything like that. And this is just what kind of popped into my head. And we all know this. When I say this, you're going to be like, yeah, I know that. But to what extent are we going to allow this to run our lives? So I started thinking, my brain is distracted because this world is full of distractions. I post things on social media. People respond. I start a conversation. I scroll on stories. I see tons of inspirational things. And the thing with me is that when I see someone that has an awesome idea, or if I see somebody that inspires me and I get an idea, I get about 20 million ideas a day. All the way from starting a book, starting a podcast, becoming a life coach, fitness trainer, you name it, going back to school for maybe potentially 3 different subjects, like 3 different career choices. We get sucked in. We get so sucked in. I get so sucked in. And if I put my phone away, then yeah, my brain still has some issues. But if I put my phone away, then I'm not getting all of this like external stuff from the world, whether it's good or bad. Too much of something good is not always good either. Too much exercising can lead to injury. Too much, I don't know, healthy eating, like whatever. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. But what am I trying to say here? Too much, do you know what I'm trying to say? Too much of anything. Too much of just like, I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to do my courses all day long. But that means that other areas in your life is maybe not suffering, but not getting the attention that it needs. So you get what I'm saying. And too much of something bad. So social media is not evil. However, I have been kind of thinking along those lines. These days, it can be a very uplifting place and a place of connection and engagement and networking, but it can also be this place that you get sucked into where you're no longer part of your own reality, and your reality becomes what everybody else is doing and what you're seeing and what you are learning, and it's finding that balance. So all this to say that sometimes we think that there's something wrong with us. Sometimes we think that we feel scattered because there's actually something wrong with us, when I think it's a matter of just taking control and putting a time limit on social media. I'm not telling you need to do that, but this is just kind of an awakening, I guess you could say, for me. Because up until a few days ago, I've still been posting some stuff, but I really and honestly and truly just really wanted to delete it. I've been feeling such a heaviness, and I think it's partly just because I get so sucked in. And it's not real. It's not real life. And the things that we see, the things that people see me posting, yeah, I try to be as authentic as possible, not gonna lie. So the things that I'm sharing are truth. But do you want to know how much shit I leave out? How much stuff that I leave out? I'm not gonna post the stuff that's gonna make me look like a horrible human being. But I have my moments. I have a lot of those moments. I'm not gonna post the, fights that I'm having with my kids in the morning. Be like, I swear sometimes I'm just like, why was I blessed with 5 kids? Why? Like, I don't deserve these children. I don't know how, I don't even know how to be a mom. Like, I have 5 children, and that does not make me an expert. That just makes me a little bit crazy and relatable. Relatable, that's the word. I like to be relatable. Anyway, I think I've said enough. And so I'm going to just leave that here. And so if you're feeling a little bit kind of like lost, scattered, sometimes we overcomplicate things. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, and the answer is just simplify. Simplify. Get off your phone. Live your life. And like, just simplify what you can in your life, and then see. This is an encouragement. This is kind of like a challenge for myself and you, if you feel like you want to take it on. What can you simplify in your life? This goes for me too. Like, I'm preaching to the choir here. Like, as I learn things, I share things. I don't necessarily make it to the other side of the mountain and then I share things. I share things from the get-go. So I am in the thick of this right now. Try simplifying, even if it's not social media, maybe it's something else. Hey, geez, I just exercise like 7 days a week and, for an hour a day. Maybe take a day off. Maybe do some stretches. Maybe take care of your body in another way. I don't know. Whatever it means to you. Whatever it is to you. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm sorry for this horrible, wretched quality of this video. And I'm like looking like this, and a nail fell off and everything. But again, whatever. I did say I wanted to keep it authentic. So have yourselves an awesome day. I am going to get back to my stretches. I am shutting this phone off, shutting social media off. I'm going to put some music on, and I'm going to spend some time reflecting, stretching, meditating, breathing, because I think that's what I need right now.